My name is Sophia. If you ever visit United Estate, you will understand the mindset there. Tall gates, narrow streets, wide egos. People don't just build houses in United Estate. They build reputations, and reputations must never crack. I lived there for 30 years. Widow, one son, one goal, respect. In United Estate, respect is oxygen. You lose it, you suffocate. My son, Epstein, married a girl named Virginia. Educated, confident, not from United Estate. That mattered. People here believe daughters-in-law should adjust quietly, speak softly, blend into curtains. But Virginia had opinions. On the third day of her marriage, she suggested repainting the lounge. Repainting. In United Estate, walls don't change easily. Traditions don't either. I smiled politely, but inside something tightened. This house was built with my sacrifice. Brick by brick, tier by tier. Who is she to redesign it? United Estate runs on whispers. Women meet on rooftops, in grocery lines, outside tuition centers. Conversations begin with tea and end with judgment. Your daughter-in-law works online? She doesn't give time at home all the time? She sleeps late? Every sentence felt like an attack on my authority. And I reacted the only way I knew, with control. I corrected her cooking, criticized her dressing, compared her to girls from good families. I told myself I was protecting our name. But truth? I was protecting my ego. One evening, during a community dinner in United Estates Park, Virginia laughed loudly at something my son said. Laughed. A woman leaned toward me and whispered, "New brides should be modest." It was a simple comment, but in that moment I felt exposed, judged. When we got home, I exploded. "You embarrassed me," I shouted. Virginia stood still, shocked. "For laughing?" she asked quietly. "Yes, for forgetting where you are. This is United Estate, not your father's house." The words were sharp, deliberate. I wanted to hurt her, and I did. That night, I made a decision. If she wanted independence, I would show her reality. I convinced my son to invest his savings into renovating the upper portion of the house, under my supervision. I controlled the finances. I limited her spending. I reminded her daily that she contributed nothing. In United Estate, financial dependence is a leash. I tightened it, slowly, strategically. I told myself this was discipline, but revenge often wears the mask of righteousness. One afternoon, I overheard her crying, not complaining, not arguing, crying silently in the storeroom. "I left everything for this marriage," she whispered to herself. "Why am I fighting for space in my own home?" Own home. The phrase pierced me, but pride is a stubborn disease. I ignored it. Then karma knocked. Hard. My son's investment failed. The contractor disappeared with half the money. Savings gone. Renovation incomplete. United Estate noticed immediately. People who once praised our discipline now whispered again. Maybe the daughter-in-law brought bad luck. Since she came, nothing is stable. I watched Virginia absorb the blame silently. She did not defend herself. She did not accuse me. Instead, she did something unexpected. She started working, quietly online, designing clothes from home. Within months, small orders turned into steady income. Bills were paid. Groceries were stocked. Electricity remained on. Without a single "I told you so." One night, during a power outage, we sat in candlelight. I said bitterly, "People are talking." She replied gently, "Let them talk, Amy. We live here. Not them. We live here. Not them." In United Estate, I had lived for people's approval. She lived for peace. There was a difference. 8. The truth about revenge. Revenge feels powerful in the beginning. It gives you control. But slowly it isolates you. I had tried to shrink her to protect my position. Instead, I shrank my own heart. I realized something uncomfortable. She was not fighting me. She was fighting for belonging. And I had treated her like an intruder. The truth is simple. I was afraid. Afraid my son would love her more. Afraid I would become secondary. Afraid United Estate would say I lost control of my house. So I chose dominance over compassion and called it tradition. One morning, I found her praying. After she finished, I said quietly, "Virginia." She turned. I was unfair. No excuses. No explanations. Just truth. Her eyes filled with tears. "I never wanted to take your place," she said. "I just wanted a place." That sentence ended my war. Today, people still talk in United Estate. But something changed. When neighbors make comments now, I answer calmly. My daughter-in-law is strong. And I am proud. Some women look surprised. Some look uncomfortable. Because confidence without cruelty is rare here. If you are a mother-in-law in a place like United Estate, listen carefully. Respect built on fear collapses. Authority built on love lasts. And revenge? Revenge is expensive. It costs relationships, peace, sleep. I almost lost a daughter because I wanted to win an imaginary war. United Estate taught me many things. How to maintain status. How to guard reputation. How to silence emotion. But my daughter-in-law taught me something greater. How to choose connection over control. If I had continued my revenge, I would have won the argument, but lost my family. And in the end, what is the value of a respected house if it is emotionally empty inside? If this story moved you, share it with someone in United Estate who needs to choose love over ego. And don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for more real stories from behind closed doors.